Attention duelists! Phoenix here bringing you the Master Duel Monday Watch and Learn, also reminding you all that I have a podcast out, the Curry Bros Podcast, where we talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime and the manga. Check it out, links below. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. You're here to watch me commentate on all these funny little games we play. So, let's have our first long loading screen, because it's the first one of the day, and we'll get right into the videos. Long load complete. Oh, ew. Well, weird banished. Activate Soul Absorption. Then Pot of Desires, banishing 10. Draws 2. Soul Absorption will activate, healing him for 5,000. Then banishes 15 to summon Eater of Millions. Soul Absorption giving him 75,000 life points, now with 20,500 life points. And this set Helios the Primordial, which will currently be a 2,500 body, and Eater of Millions. Set Magic Cylinder. Let's see what happens. A weird one to start us. Fires off his Maxi immediately. Duels B, activating Called By immediately in response. Correct response. Very little counterplay left on Duelist A's part. Let's see what B has. But Soul Absorption will get him another 500 for the banish. Duelist B activates Triple Tactics Thrust, getting Branded Fusion. Activates Gold Sarcophagus, which will banish another card. Finishes Despian Tragedy. Soul Absorption gets more life points. Despian Tragedy will add Aluber, the Jester of Despia. Aluber will then be summoned and add Branded in white. Activates Branded Fusion, sending away Tri-Brigade Mercurier and Fallen of Albaz, making Rindbrum, the Striking Dragon. Then activates Branded in white, using 3 monsters, Saronir, Aluber, and Albaz from hand, to make Guardian Chimera. Chimera's effect will activate, and Saronir will also activate. Chimera will pop 1 on board, draw 2. Pops the set Helios Primordial Sun. From the grave, Branded Retribution. How'd you get in there? Oh, right, you were sent when Saronir's thing happened. Retribution will then banish itself, add Branded Fusion back to hand. And hey, another card was banished. Magnum will activate, banish Mercurier, summon itself. Another card was banished. Mercurier's effect will activate. Magnum will chain. Blazing Cartesia is added to hand. Cartesia's effect will activate, summoning herself, then doing a fusion of Guardian Chimera with Magnamut to make Dragos Depelia. That feels weird. Depelia will put its counter onto Eater of Millions, which, when the Dragos Depelia attacks, its effect will activate and be negated, and then will bounce over it. I think the player should have done Magic Cylinders there, because Rindbrum and Cartesia cannot attack over Eater, so it would have lasted longer. Now he punches direct, and now for Rindbrum, he activates the cylinder. Feels wrong, though, hoping to get by on 1 card off rip. Magnum adds the 3rd Albaz during the end phase. We're back to Duelist A. They draw Maxi. They set 1 card. Cartesia will use her effect during the main phase, fusing Dragos Depelia with Fallen of Albaz. Or Mirror Jade the Ice Blade. Passes turn. Mirror Jade will activate its effect, send away Albion. Rindbrum will chain because a card's effect was activated, negating Mirror Jade, bouncing Cartesia. Albion's effect will activate, setting Branded Lost, and it passes turn. Duelist A fires off Max C. The second Called By. Mirror Jade now activates, sending away Titanic Lad. Mirror Jade banishes itself. Maxi also banished and negated. Full absorption now going off. Twice. Duelist A sitting at a chunky 22,000 life points. Gold Sarcophagus, it's up to 1. Branded Lost will activate. Triple Tactics Thrust will go off, setting Branded Retribution. Branded Banishment. Cartesia effect, summon herself. Moves to battle, punch, punch. Now, Evenly Matched will go off, getting rid of the 2 back row cards. Soul Absorption, getting another 1,000 life points. During the end phase, Titaniclad will summon a Guiding Quem, who will send away Albion the Shrouded. Player draws Lord of Heavenly Prison, activates effect, but he's out of cards, so nothing happens from it. Now, passing turn, Gold Sark will add back Despian Tragedy. Tragedy is summoned, which, along with Guiding Quem, will link away. For Verte Anaconda. Verte will use its effect, sending away Branded Opening. No, it sent away Fusion Deployment? Weird. Fusion Deployment to show off Grenwood Knoll to summon another Cartesia, which feels redundant. You have one. Moves to battle, whole bunch of punches. Still at 13,000 life points. Activates Lord of Heavenly Prison. Activates Change of Heart, targeting Rindbrum. Cartesia will activate, fusing herself and Rindbrum into Gringuinol the Dusk. Change of Heart has no target and whiffs. Rindbrum's effect will activate, summoning Fallen of Albaz and banishing itself. Gain some life points. Cartesia Engrave is added back to hand. Back to Duelist B, who just needs to put up some numbers to win this one. Albion the Shrouded in hand will send to the graveyard. Branded in red, put itself back, draw a card. Specials out Cartesia, Albaz, and Verte will link together. Sorry, fuse, thanks to Cartesia, to make Mirror Jade once more. Both Cartesias, Granola, and Mirror Jade all swing. Duelist A now finally down to 5,000 life points. Draws Fossil Pachycephalo. Heavenly Prison will activate its effect. Mirror Jade will chain, send away Albion, banish the Fossil Dyna, gains 500 life points. Player turns Mirror Jade to defense mode, uses Kit's effect, summoning herself, punches with Kit, both Cartesias, and Grenguinol for game. Don't know why he made Mirror Jade go defense. Weird first match. There's always some strangeness happening in these. You never know which side of the board it's going to be on, but you know it'll be there. Exodia. Well, let's see who's going first, because that'll play a big part. Exodius activates Cup of Ace. Flip the coin. Gets heads, drawing 2. Summons Royal Magic Library. Sets Enkamufrit in scale. It'll pop itself, drawing 1. Activates Cursed Bamboo Sword. Magic Library goes up to 2. Activates Golden Bamboo Sword, drawing 2. Removes 3 counters from the library, drawing a card. Activates Double Summon. Summons his second Royal Magic. Activates 1 Day of Peace. Gets Pyre Res Map. Activates a second Cup of Ace. Loses this coin flip. Removes 3 counters from the library. Activates Magical Stone Excavation, discarding the 2 pieces of Exodia, getting back the Bamboo Sword. Removes 3 counters from the library. Activates Foolish Burial Goods, sending away a Cursed Bamboo Sword. Cursed Bamboo Sword will add Golden Bamboo Sword by its effect, which he will then activate, drawing 2. Counters at 3 and 2. Remove 3, draw a card. Activates the third sword. Counters at 1 and 3. Remove 3. Activates Upstart Goblin. Counters at 2 and 1. Activates Broken Bamboo Sword. Removes 3 counters, draw a card. Cursed Bamboo Sword will return Broken Bamboo Sword to hand. Activates Chicken Game. Use its effect, draw a card. Remove 3 counters, draw a card. Activates Pseudo Space. Pseudo Space effect. Banish Chicken Game. Duplicate its effect. Pay 1,000 again. Draw a card. Activates Dark Factory of Mass Production. Returning the 2 pieces of Exodia he discarded earlier back to hand. Activates the effective library. Detach 3. Draw 1. Activates Upstart. Gets another Cursed Bamboo Sword. Library. Detach 3. Draw a card. Activates Golden Bamboo Sword. Drawing more. Activates Magical Stone Excavation, send away 2 Pyro-Res maps. Return the Bamboo Sword to hand. Remove counters from library, draw a card. He's got 4 in hand, does it again. Activates Bamboo Sword again, drawing to have 4 pieces of Exodia, 5 cards left in deck. Uses the effect of Into the Void. Drawing card. Activates Pot of Duality. Finds the head of Exodia, add it to hand. Exodia. Obliterate! And Exodia wins. Sword Soul. Opponent activates Primitive Planet Reichphobia, adding Reichheart to hand. Droll and Lockbird fired off in response. Player summons Reichheart, cannot add cards. So passes turn. Player specials out Ecclesia, summons Moye, who will reveal Shatana. Summons a token. Moye and token will make Chishao. Chishao effect, Moye chain. The classic combo. Draws called by, adds long 1. Now Droll and Lockbird comes out from Duelist B. And called by will fire off in response. Very rude. Ecclesia will then use her effect, tribute herself, summon Taya. Taya will banish Moye, summon a token. Sync together with that token. 4. Baxia, the brightness of the Yang Zing. Baxia's effect, targeting the Reichphobia and the Reichheart. Taya's effect will chain. Sending to graveyard a Ashina. Reichheart and Reichphobia both go back into the deck. Activate Sword Soul Emergence. Add Archnemesis Protoss. Oh, it's turbo gross. Long 1 effect, pitching Shatana, summon self and a token. Sync together with that token, make Baron de Fleur. Lethal is on board. Long 1 burns for 1200. Swing Chishao, swing Baxia, and Baron for game. Does this depravity know no end? Speaking of depravity, Mathmech recently hit pretty hard. Circular effect, sending away multiplication, subtraction. Sigma's effect will activate, controlling no monsters in the extra deck, summoning itself. Imperm will then activate, targeting Circular, preventing the addition of a Mathmech card to hand. Circular and Sigma will then overlay for Alimbertion. Alimbertion's effect, attaching 2 materials, add Diameter to hand. Diameter summons itself. Diameter, just normal summoned, and pulling back Subtraction. Then Subtraction and Alimbertion will link together for Splash Mage. Diameter will then link itself away for Link Decoder. Decoder and Splash Mage will turn into Transcode Talker. Decoder's effect will activate, summoning back itself. Transcode will target Splash Mage, summon it back. Splash Mage will target Subtraction, summon that back. Splash Mage and Decoder will link together once again. This time for Decode Talker Heat Soul. Heat Soul and Transcode pointing at each other. Heat Soul will pay 1,000 to draw a card, get Stroll and Lock. All monsters on board link together. For Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, Neo Tempest Terahertz. Terahertz will send away Cyber's to save Worm. Set Called by the Grave. And pass. Fires off Maxi during the opponent's draw. Opponent summons Traptrix Pudica. Will add Traptrix Garden. Trap Trip Garden. Activates the garden. The save worm will activate, banishing itself when the opponent activates a card, negating the effects of it. Pudica and sending it away. Pudica will then link away for Sarah. Terahertz will activate, sending away Meteorologic Aggregator. If it's sent to the graveyard, target a face-up card in the field, negates effects till end of turn. Great response to Sarah. Duelist B, setting 3 and passing. Circular effect, send away Sigma. Opponent will activate Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Terahertz will chain, sending a card away. Send away Multiplication. Circular is negated, takes 2,000. Multiplication will target the Terahertz. Sarah will chain because a trap card was activated. Summoning another Pudica. Multiplication now doubles Dark Fluid's attack stat to 21,000. Pudica's effect will attempt to activate, but called by targeting the one in grave. Banishes the one in grave, negating the one on board. Sarah's effect will activate, setting Traptrix Holutea. Player normal summons Circular, Floodgate Trap Hole turns it down, swings Terahertz at Sarah for a big over 20,000 damage and game. Big Dragon Squish Flower. Ice Jade Ra. Alright. Opponent activates Branded Opening, sending away Saronir, summoning Aluber. Both their effects will activate. Saronir sending away Bestial Lubellion. Aluber adding Branded Fusion. Activates the Fusion, sending away Albaz and Cartesia into Albion the Branded. Albion's effect, fusing Saronir with Albaz, making Lubellion the Searing. Lubellion effect, discards Saronir, fuse itself with Albaz to make Mirror Jade the Ice Blade. Albion on board is tributed for Bestial from grave. Bestial's effect, setting Branded Regained. Mirror Jade will use its effect, send away Rinbrum to banish Aluber. Branded Regained will return Aluber to deck, draw a card, sets a card. During the end phase, Albion will set Branded Beast. Cartesia will return herself to the hand. And now it passes. Duelist A activates Ancient Chant. Maxi comes out. Ancient Chant adds a Ra. Ancient Chant will banish itself. Set 1. Moves to end phase. Opponent activates Branded Beast. Duelist A is not trying. Lubellion's effect, activating Branded Lost from deck. Player summons Cartesia, who will use her effect, fusing herself with Fallen of Albaz, making Gringuinol. Lethal on board. Gringuinol effect. Branded Lost will chain. Branded Beast will chain, tributing the Bestial Lubellion, targeting the set card. No longer lethal on board. Blaze Cannon is popped. Fire Brigade Mercurier is added to hand. Gringuinol will send away Garura, which will then allow the drawing of a card, and now Ash Blossom comes out. Battle phase, Gringuinol and Mirror Jade both punch. Activate Super Poly, pitching Branded in red, fusing both those on board into Predaplant Dragostapelia. Stapelia continues the battle phase, punching for game. Branded beats Raw and the 2 cards he played. Kashtira's reared its ugly head. Opponent fires off Max C immediately. Duelist A does nothing. Passing turn, Duelist A will fire off their Max C immediately. Duelist B summons Kashtira Unicorn. Ash Blossom in response to Unicorn, preventing the adding of a spell. Unicorn uses effect, looks at the opponent's extra deck, gets rid of Zeus, activates Triple Tack Talent, using the effect to draw 2. Using Scareclaw Kashtira, summoning itself. Banishing a card in hand, activates Sacred Swords of 7 stars. Getting rid of Kashtira Ogre, drawing cards, activates Kashtira Theosis. Targeting Unicorn, summon another Scareclaw Kashtira. Kashtira Alright. Kashtira Riseheart will summon itself. In response, Duelist A will summon their Scareclaw Kashtira, finishing their Riseheart. Duelist B's Scareclaw Kashtira and Unicorn will make Shangri-Ira. A Riseheart will banish a card, modulate its level, banish some of the opponent's cards. Shangri-Ira will block a zone. Kashtira Big Bang will Big Chain. Pulling unit off, then summoning that monster again. Ira has blocked one zone. Riseheart will then be used as solo material for a Riseheart. Moves to battle, swings, punches over it, steals that card as material. Both his Scareclaw Kashtiras will punch. Missed out on getting lethal, though. Opponent draws a card. Shangri-Ira will attempt to use its effect, another Ash Blossom to stop. A Riseheart will steal that card. Plot of Extravagance, banishing 6. A Riseheart will activate. Shangri-Ira will chain, blocking a zone. Player summons Unicorn. Unicorn will add a spell, Kashtira Theosis. Activates Theosis, targeting Unicorn, summoning Fenrir. A Riseheart will activate, targeting Kashtira Theosis. It will detach 3 materials, targeting Fenrir to bench face down. Fenrir gets banished. Kashtira Theosis returns Riseheart. A Riseheart will steal. Then a card was banished, they'll attempt to steal again. Unicorn will chain. Shangri-Ira will chain to block a zone. I think Duelist B is going to have this one. Duelist B loses Baron de Fleur. A Riseheart steals a card. Steals another. Riseheart will summon itself. Banishing Ogre. Banishing 3 of the other players. A Riseheart will steal that card. Riseheart and Unicorn will overlay. Making Big Eye. Big Eye will activate, targeting a Riseheart. A Riseheart will then steal his own material. Kashtira Birth is activated. Kashtira Preparations from Duelist B will chain. Super annoying when they both play the same archetype. Unicorn is summoned. Fenrir is summoned from grave. Birth will then resummon Riseheart. Stolen a Riseheart will swing over Fenrir. Then Duelist A's Riseheart will be used as material for a Riseheart. Sets 2 and passes. Player draws. A Riseheart will detach 3. Target Shangri-Ira. Preparations will chain. Summoning Ogre. Ira is banished. A Riseheart now. Both of them are going to steal cards. Big Bang will activate, targeting a Riseheart. Stolen one. Pulls a Scareclaw off of it, summons it then. Materials attached. And again. Preparations effect. Ogre will chain. Cross out Designator, declaring Max C. Feels wrong. But a card was banished. Ogre looks at cards. Banishes 1. Preparations. Banish Planet Pathfinder. Both Arise Hearts are going to take more cards because more cards are banished. Standby phase. The third Scareclaw Cashier will activate. Arise Heart will activate its effect, attaching 3, getting rid of preparations. Third Scareclaw Cache is out. Both Arise Hearts are going to steal more cards. Cashtera Theosis will chain, targeting Unicorn. Unicorn added back to hand. Arise Heart, attach material. Stolen 1 does the same, sitting at 5 material. Cashtera Birth will activate. Banish 3 cards from Duelist B. Both Arise Hearts are going to steal cards again. Three of Duelist B's monsters make Arise Heart. Using its effect, attaching 3, banishing his Stolen 1. Then, because cards were banished, both Arise Hearts once again doing the Arise Heart thing. Goes to battle. Arise Heart swings over Big Eye. Both of them are going to take a banished card. Then, Duelist B's will turn to Zeus, detach 2 material, shuffle away the board, and Duelist A will surrender. Due to time limit. Doesn't feel right, but I agree with the outcome of the duel. Just not how we got there. Another Egyptian god. This one's running Obelisk. Opponent summons, what in God's name are you? Jiaotou, Darkness of the Yang Zing. Using its effect, they'll discard Qi Wen, Light of the Yang Zing. Maxi will fire off in response. Oh, he discarded Qi Wen and Beyond, which allows him to summon Zephrinu and Chiwen. Strange. Jiaotou and Zephrinu are going to make Baxia Brightness. Feed the Maxi. Baxia will target Chiwen. Pop it, summon back Jiaotou. Chiwen will summon another Beyond. Then Jiaotou and Beyond will make Dang Long. First of the Yingxing. This guy's Egyptian gods and Exodia and the legendary Exodia. What in God's name is happening? Anyway, Ding Long's effect to add Yangzing Path. Ding Long will then send away Jiaotou, modulate its level, sync together with Ding Long. Ding Long sent away, modulate its level, sync together with Baxia for Baron de Fleur. Then, because Ding Long went to grave, summon Jiaotou. Activates Yangzing Path, targeting Baxia. Returns 2, and Baxia. Drawing 2. Activates Upstart. Sets in scale Odd Eyes Pendulum. Activates Duelist Alliance, setting 1 down, adding Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum. Odd Eyes Pendulum will pop itself, add Monkey Border. Weird. Anyway, Duelist A has 4 pieces of Exodia already. Sets 2 cards in the back row, activates Overlaid Network. Activates Millennium Revelation. Opponent will activate 9 Pillars of the Yang Zing. Negating and shuffling the 9 pillars, popping Jiaotou. Jiaotou's effect will activate, summoning Suani. Monster Reborn will then go off, targeting Chiwen. Has to discard for turn, discarding Obelisk, and passing. Player sets in the Pendulum Scale Monkey Board, using its effect, adding Odd Eyes Unicorn, summons Skullcrobat Joker. Joker will add Arc Pendulum, activate Spiral Flame Strike, adding Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Skullcrobat and Suwani will make IP. Puts Odd Eyes Unicorn in the scale 1 to 8, does a Pendulum Summon. Summoning Zephrinu, Skullcrobat Joker, and Arc Pendulum, and Zephrinu. Sorry, 2 Arc Pendulums, 1 Zephrinu, 1 Skullcrobat. Both Arc Pendulums are going to make Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Baron will then pop Chi-Wen. He will swing with Zephrinu. Odd Eyes will activate its effect, negating the attack. Summoning back Arc Pendulum. Arc Pendulum will then attack. Baron with the follow-up. Now Guardian Slime will attempt to use its effect, but Baron say no. But Duel State isn't out of the woods yet. Or isn't done yet. I should word that better. Guardian Slime, for being sent to grave, will add True Sun God. Absolute will swing. Odd Eyes Unicorn will target Skullcrobat Joker. Metal Reflect Slime will chain. Slime is out. The Absolute with 4,600 was able to get over the Slime. Skullcrobat now goes for 1,800. Main phase 2 links together 4 monsters for Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Absolute Dragon will summon Vortex Dragon because it went to grave. Then Appaloosa and Baron will make Barricade Borg. Feels wrong. Vortex and Arc Pendulum will make Red Eyes. Flare Metal Dragon. I guess that one kind of makes a bit of sense. Flare activates the True Sun God, adding Guardian Slime. Flare Metal will burn for 500. Guardian Slime will summon itself. Get burned for 500. Slime is tributed for the Egyptian God Slime. Moves to battle. Does not attack. Weird pass. Goolsby Pendulum Summoning. Skullcrobat Joker. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Moves to battle. No monsters bigger, so Barricade Borg and Unicorn will instead link together in main phase 2. Doing this out of order. Unicorn discarding Jiaotou, spinning away the God Slime. Unicorn and Odd Eyes are then going to turn into Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy. And we'll pass turn. Player summons the right leg of Exodia, slams their own face into the Flare Metal, and that's the game. What a strange game it was. Making a 4-stack Appa with IP protections just to link it away into Barricade Borg blocker? There's something in the water, I tell you. These duelists are dueling weird. I don't think I care for it. But if I don't care for it, I don't have to watch it. Neither do you. That's the end of today's video. If you caught the stream, thanks for watching. Catching the replay, thanks for that too. Goodbye.